This Maasai man drops melon seeds into a hole, knowing a monkey is secretly watching him. The monkey, curious and tempted, puts his hand in the hole to grab the seeds, but once his fist is full, he can't pull it back out. The man runs to catch him, not to harm him, but because he needs the monkey's help to find water in the desert. He ties the monkey to a tree and drops some salt around. The hungry, thirsty monkey eagerly eats the salt and becomes even thirstier. Knowing the monkey will now search for water, the man lets him go. The monkey rushes straight to a hidden water source, and the man follows him to find water. If you also think this man is smart, give the video a like. A man found a nest of baby parrots inside a pit in the forest. They had lost their mother and were hungry for a long time. The man realized they needed special care, so he took them to a doctor. Seeing their condition, the doctor decided to adopt them. Under his care, the baby parrots grew beautifully. Their feathers looked like a beautiful painting. Even when they were naughty, the doctor never got angry. Instead, he loved them even more. Over time, they developed a beautiful and heartwarming bond. This zoo has a special challenge for every visitor. Ropes are tied in front of photos of different animals, and people can try pulling them to test the animal's strength. One man thought the lion would be easy, so he went straight to the elephant's rope. But no matter how hard he tried, he couldn't move it even a centimeter. Then he returned to the lion, but even there he failed and walked away, embarrassed. Every time traffic stopped, this little auto driver peeked out of his window and happily said hi to people, but no one ever noticed his sweet effort. Each time they ignored him, his heart broke a little. Still, he never gave up. Every time the traffic stopped, he tried again with even more energy to make new friends. Finally, one girl looked at him and said, "Hello," and that small gesture was enough to bring a big smile to his face. This girl, tired of the heat, went to a snowy place. She felt really thirsty, so she used a drill machine to make a hole in the ice. After making the hole, she cleaned the area properly and set up her tent there. She even placed a bed inside the tent to sleep comfortably in the cold. Later, she got really hungry, so she started fishing through the hole she had made. And then something amazing happened. She caught a lot of big fish from that icy hole, but sadly, she still got only 2 likes. This girl found a strange, tiny animal in her garden that was very weak and all alone. Within a few days, the little creature turned into a cute sugar glider. The girl took care of him with love and good food. He often held onto her fingers like he never wanted to let go. But the girl knew that a real sugar glider is known for its ability to glide. At first, he was scared to fly, but with the girl's support, he soon became great at it. Their bond became even stronger and more beautiful than before. A girl heard a soft sound coming from under her car. When she looked, she found a weak baby deer hiding there. She took the scared little deer home. Her family welcomed it with love, and soon it even became friends with their dog. As the deer got healthier, they made the tough decision to return it to the forest. But a few days later, the same baby deer came back, this time with its mother, as if to thank the girl for her kindness. This girl really wanted to help the turtle, but the reason behind it will surprise you. She noticed some strange black spots on the turtle's shell and started helping it right away. Normally these layers fall off on their own, but sometimes they become a problem for the turtle. The girl carefully removed all the bad layers, and after that the turtle looked so cute and beautiful. The girl saw a mother duck near her swimming pool, looking very worried for her ducklings. She quickly came forward to help and started using a net to gently take the babies out of the pool. At first, she tried to get as many ducklings out as possible, but the little ones didn't understand she was helping and swam away from her. Just when she thought her work was almost done, the smallest duckling started running around quickly, making it even harder. In the end, she managed to save them all. The mother duck wagged her tail to thank the girl lovingly. This fish is one of the most expensive fish in the world. When this man caught it, he found caviar worth millions inside. Since caviar is known as the most expensive seafood in the world, he could make thousands of dollars by selling it. But in some places, catching this fish is illegal, so this man might be in big trouble now. While this man was walking on the road, he heard sounds coming from inside a hole. Without thinking much, he grabbed a metal rod and started breaking the ground to make the hole bigger and save the animal. After a lot of hard work, when the hole got bigger, he was shocked to see a crocodile inside, but he didn't give up and kept helping. Finally, the crocodile slowly came out and the man released it safely into the water. And even after all this effort, he got only 2 likes. While walking on the beach, this boy found a strange creature that looked like a tiny dragon. He made a TikTok video kissing it and then released it into the water, away from humans. The next day, he found more such creatures and kept releasing them into the sea, thinking he was doing a good deed, but he had no idea how dangerous those creatures really were. On the 3rd day, while helping another one, he suddenly started feeling sick. At the hospital, he was shocked to learn that the creature was extremely poisonous. Luckily, because of the doctors and maybe his good intentions, his life was saved in time. Watch this Japanese boy start removing his makeup, and everyone was shocked. From his nose to his whole face, everything looked perfect, but it was all fake. He is a professional makeup artist who works for movies and theater. In Japan, makeup skills have become so advanced that it's hard to tell what's real and what's not. And when he fully removed the makeup, no one could believe he was the same person. Still, he got only 2 likes.
इस लड़के ने अपने स्कूटर से दादाजी के फूलों को नष्ट कर दिया। बूढ़ा आदमी गुस्सा हो गया, लेकिन जब उसने देखा कि लड़के की मां बिना ब्लेंडर के बच्चे का खाना बनाने के लिए संघर्ष कर रही है, तो उसने उसे एक ब्लेंडर खरीद कर दिया। लेकिन उसे सौंपने और उसे शर्मिंदा करने के बजाय उसने उसे फेंकने का नाटक किया ताकि वो बिना शर्म के उसे ले सके। वो अभी भी परेशान करने वाले बच्चे को नापसंद करता था, लेकिन जब उसने देखा कि चिलचिलाती गर्मी के दौरान परिवार के पास कोई पंथा नहीं है, तो उसने वही चाल चली। उसने एक पुराने पंखे को गंदा किया और उसे कचरे की तरह बाहर रख दिया ताकि पिताजी को पता चल सके कि उन्हें वास्तव में क्या चाहिए। लेकिन लड़के को आखिरकार समझ में आ गया कि इस सब के पीछे कौन था, इसलिए उसने बूढ़े आदमी के दरवाजे पर खाना छोड़ दिया और घंटी बजाई, फूलों के लिए चुपचाप माफी मांगते हुए।
While walking by the sea, a man found a strange egg. He looked at it closely and felt that a shark would soon come out of it. He took the egg home with him. Within a few days, he saw a small baby shark growing inside the egg. As the shark got bigger, the man carefully cut the shell to help it come out. The shark was happy in its new home and played in the water with full energy. But as time passed and the shark grew larger, the man decided it was best to return it to the ocean, where it now lives peacefully in a better place. A man saw a little rabbit stuck in a dry ditch. To save it, he jumped in and pulled it out. But the next day, the same rabbit was stuck there again. He rescued it once more. Surprisingly, on the 3rd day, the rabbit was there again. But this time, it didn't run away. It was as if it was waiting for the man to help. This kept happening for a whole week until the man finally took the rabbit home, gave it water, and lovingly said goodbye to his new little friend. This innocent dog was treated very unfairly. He wasn't allowed to eat until he collected a lot of plastic bottles from outside. The poor dog worked hard, picking up 1 bottle at a time. After collecting the last one, he ran happily back home. But when he got there, his owner counted the bottles and said they were too few. So he gave the dog very little food. The dog got really angry. Was this fair to the dog? This frog's name is Dumpy, and his owner never thought he would grow this big one day. When he first saw Dumpy, he was just a tiny frog who loved sitting on trees. But with proper care, Dumpy became even more amazing. Even though he's big now, he still loves to stay calm. And now he's not just a big frog, he's now a famous YouTuber that everyone loves. This royal horse was trained to bite or push anyone who comes too close to the royal guard. But this time, the person trying to take a photo was a physically disabled woman. Everyone thought the horse would attack her too, but instead, the horse calmly walked up to her and allowed her to gently touch him, as if he understood that this woman didn't need fear, but love. That's why you shouldn't interfere everywhere. This girl was cooking Maggi noodles. When she tried to drain the hot water into the sink, she was doing it very slowly so that the Maggi wouldn't fall. Seeing this, her brother got annoyed and came to help. He picked up the frying pan lid, placed it over the noodles, and gently pressed to drain the water. But then, something shocking happened. The boy accidentally dropped all the Maggi straight into the sink. Look at this plastic, it's so strong that no one can tear it even if they try. This man tested a special plastic made by his company in front of everyone. He pushed a pen into it with full force, and the pen went deep inside. But when he slowly took the pen out and poured water on that same spot, everyone was shocked there was no hole and no water leak. When this little girl saw the whale for the first time, he immediately leaned forward and tried to kiss it. The most surprising thing was that the whale also felt the child's innocence and gently kissed him back. The moment was so heart-touching that it felt like time had stopped for a few seconds. No matter what the child did, the whale stayed calm and lovingly responded. Still, this video only got 2 likes. In Japan, some girls walk around with a big box attached to their body. The box has 2 holes and people can put their hands inside. But the surprising thing is, why are these girls allowing people to do this? And what's inside the box that makes everyone's face react so strangely, like they touched something weird or shocking? Even more strange, the girl herself invites people to come and put their hands in. No one believed this girl when she said she had the world's smallest horse. But from a distance, it looked like she was pulling a giant dinosaur instead of a tiny horse. In the beginning, the horse was too shy to come out. But in the end, everyone was surprised to see how cute this tiny horse really is. This dog pretends to be sick every day because the girl dreams of becoming a doctor. Her biggest wish is to be a real doctor one day, and for now, this cute dog is her first and only patient. Even her family supports her and has turned their house into a mini hospital. The funniest part, sometimes the girl becomes the patient and the dog plays the doctor. Still, this video only got 2 likes. Watch this. As soon as the man tosses the flatbread in the air while cooking, a boy standing at the window above catches it immediately. Surprisingly, the boy starts spinning the flatbread in such a cool way that everyone's eyes are glued to him. But suddenly the flatbread slips from his hands. The man below runs to catch it, but it falls straight to the ground. This boy had many leftover paper cups from his sister's wedding. Instead of throwing them away, he started joining them together. At first, no one understood what he was making, but he patiently created 3 round frames of different sizes and stacked them. Then he added 2 sticks and placed a hat on top. When he added lights inside and turned off the room lights, the whole thing looked like a glowing snowman. Still, it only got 2 likes. This man was tired of mosquitoes, so he made a smart hack. He put a net in front of a fan and added a UV light behind it. When mosquitoes fly toward the light, the fan pulls them in and they get stuck in the net. Once they go in, they can't come out. He says mosquitoes are attracted to light. Look at this. Today was this man's daughter's birthday, but he didn't have enough money to celebrate her birthday in a special way. Still, he loved his daughter so much that he couldn't bear to see her sad. So he decided to cook food using his JCB machine. First, he added lots of different vegetables. Then it was time to mix everything. So he started the machine and mixed the veggies and spices like a professional chef. In just a little while, the food was ready, but sadly, he still got only 2 likes. Look at this man. He's truly a master of paper cutting. There's a girl sitting in front of him, looking straight ahead. Using just a pair of scissors, he starts cutting a sketch of her out of paper. At first, people thought he was just wasting time and money, but he kept going without stopping. Everyone was shocked when he finished the paper cut sketch, looked exactly like the real girl. It was the last day of school for these kids. The teacher gave them one final task to write on their hand what they wanted to be when they grow up. The next day, everyone came with something written. One wanted to be a chef, one girl wanted to be a hairdresser, and another wanted to be a firefighter. But the teacher was shocked when one boy wrote on his hand, "I want to be a father." This boy had a crazy idea to wake up his sleeping friend. He started filling the entire room with water and even added a lot of ice to it. He placed 2 tubes under the bed to keep his friend safe when he falls. Then he set up a rope to slowly lift the bed without making any noise, because if his friend woke up early, the prank would be ruined. He carefully arranged everything. Finally, he pulled the rope and the sleeping friend dropped straight into the freezing cold water. This man was about to meet a girl's family in a few days, but because he had no hair on his head, many girls had already rejected him. So he came up with a clever idea. First, he applied black skin glue on his head and carefully stuck fake hair on it. Everyone was shocked when he trimmed the edges and made it look completely natural. Still, this video only got 2 likes. Maybe this is why kids in many countries find school boring, because their schools don't have fun and creative activities like in China. In China, over 100 students stand together in a field. Then they form different amazing shapes. First, they create a cute panda, then show the panda inside a huge star, and finally, they make a big heart. Look at this zoo in China. They've set up a huge slingshot where visitors can shoot pieces of chicken toward the lion. This girl brought a piece of chicken, placed it in the slingshot, and aimed it at the lion. Surprisingly, people line up just to feed the lion like this. But the real money is made by the zoo, because you're not allowed to bring food from outside, and you have to buy it from the zoo itself to feed the lion. This boy's dad didn't have enough money to buy an expensive racing track for his son's birthday, but he loves his son so much and didn't want to see him sad, so he made a racing track at home using cardboard. Surprisingly, the track made from cheap and simple things turned out better than an expensive one. Still, it only got 2 likes. This boy was out walking his dog. Suddenly, the leash got stuck around a pole, so the boy stopped and started thinking about what to do. He let go of the leash and walked around the pole trying to figure it out. The dog stood still because he understood what had happened. They were both tangled. People were surprised when the dog saw the boy struggling and went around the pole by himself to untangle them. Still, the video only got 2 likes.